This video discusses C4 plants. The learning objective is distinguish C3 and C4 schemes for carbon fixation. Approximately 95% of all plants are what we call C3 plants. C3 plants fix carbon dioxide to usable carbon in a process called the Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle works by taking carbon dioxide through the pores and fixing it to make a 3-carbon chain called 3PG using the enzyme Rubisco. 3PG turns into G3P, which is used to make glucose. Some of the G3P is then recycled back to ribulose 5-phosphate, which is then used to restart the cycle. Rubisco has been around since before oxygenic photosynthesis. Plants that grew in an oxygen-deficient atmosphere did not have to worry about O2 gas entering their pores. Because O2 gas was not a concern, Rubisco did not need to evolve to help O2 gas from taking place of CO2 gas. Even now, after the oxygenation, accidentally absorbing O2 is not a huge problem for most plants. But in hot, dry environments where plants have to close their pores to prevent water escape, O2 builds up inside of their leaves. The O2 attaches to Rubisco and the plant actually ends up losing carbon. This also occurs in environments with high levels of oxygen. Some plants in these specific environments have evolved to stop this problem. They are called C4 plants. Instead of letting both O2 and CO2 in, C4 plants have a bodyguard enzyme called PEP carboxylase that can only bind to CO2. The enzyme transports CO2 to the Rubisco enzyme. With PEPC guarding the pores, no accidental O2 is allowed to reach the Rubisco. In C4 plants, the CO2 is fixed into a 4-carbon chain called malate by PEP enzyme. This occurs in the mesophyll cell. The malate is then transported to the bundle sheath cell and is broken up into CO2 and pyruvate. The CO2 enters the Calvin cycle and the pyruvate goes back into the mesophyll cell to restart the cycle. C4 plants grow better in hot, dry conditions when plants must close their stomata to conserve water. With the stomata closed, CO2 levels in the interior of the leaf fall and O2 levels rise. This is perfect for Rubisco. On the other hand, C3 plants grow better under cool, moist conditions when plants can open their stomata because the C3 plants don't require the extra ATP of carbon fixation.